Hi everyone, welcome back to another stream. So I think today we're going to try and continue some of the challenge mode run if possible. If people can make it, we'll probably just do some rare drop hunting instead. But I think we'll at least attempt to do some more challenge mode. So I hope everyone's had a good weekend anyway. Hi Bobby, you okay? Yeah, so we've got most of us here, so we'll just see if our fourth turns up and then we can get started with some challenge mode. So, for anyone who saw the last stream, I think last stream we did it was caves and I think we did mine 1. So since then we have done a bit more off stream, so we've completed mines and we've also done ruins 1 as well. So we just need to do ruins 2 and ruins 3 to beat challenge mode. I don't know if we're going to finish it in 7 hours to get S rank, so we may need to go back and redo some to improve times, but hopefully we can, you know, do these relatively quickly. But we'll see. I'm a bit worried about ruins because as a 4-new world, I'm incredibly squishy. Yeah, I think ruins could be rough. Hi, base player. Yes, there's a few things I'm quite scared of in ruins. One is the bringers, because not only do they do a fixed damage beam shot that will probably one-shot me, they also steal my PP as well. Well, steal my TP, so that's not great. Other thing is I need to make sure for ruins 3 that I get enough health to survive Faltz's divine punishment, because if I don't survive that, we'll just fail as soon as he does it. Yeah, I'm on box duty. Yeah, I think there's going to be some situations where it's going to be more prevalent for me to actually just run and get boxes instead. Particularly if bringers do start spawning in multiple numbers, it might be safer for me to just look on alternative routes and see if I can find boxes instead. I should need my mag less than other people as well, so if we do need to drop mags or anything, I can always drop mine. So we'll just give it a couple of minutes just to see if Scribe turns up. Fingers crossed it actually makes another stream. Been a bit lax the last couple. Oh no, no worries. No, there's no like you don't have to show up. Yes, I think we're doing reasonably well so far. I think what's our times on so far? I know you won't be able to see this because of my camera. But yeah, there's a couple of stages we can probably improve. So Cave 1 in particular, I think we could probably improve on because that's an hour at the moment. We could probably knock that down quite a bit. Possibly Cave 3 and maybe mine 2. Watching the stream is a job. Yeah, contrary to probably, I don't employ my mods. In other news, though, with the experience we had last week, I've done some serious work on this 4-new world, so she's now 130, so she's getting some serious levels. This is now your Sunday job you pay yourself. So the good news is my 4-new world can actually hunt stuff really, really well now, so she can do ultimate ruins, no problem. I pay $0 an hour. Yeah, if you're interested in that kind of wage, hit me up. So yeah, so we'll just give it a couple of minutes just to see if Scribe turns up, because we really need probably all 4 of us to be able to do this. So worst comes to worst, we can run some rare drops instead. Yeah, the experience boost was crazy. I mean, I know I can't remember if it's a 25 or 50% boost, but it's ridiculous when you're running stuff like episode 4. The amount of experience you get in there is insane. Have a union and everything. So I should probably just mention it quickly. It is in the pin message, but we have finally got some members emotes as well. So I got these from Mikuchi over on Fiverr. So they've done a brilliant job on the emotes. So there's a couple of those for channel members to use. Also, if you join the Discord, they're on there for everyone to use on the Discord as well. We should have some sub badges relatively soon as well, so I'll let you know when those are ready as well. Participating on stream simply makes you feel important. Well, to be fair, a lot of this we couldn't do if we didn't have other people here. You know, challenge mode, you can't exactly run solo, so it does help a lot. Also managed to get a V801 yesterday as well when we were running a bit off stream, so that's massively helpful for my Fornuel, so she can nuke even faster now. I think Draken managed to get one as well. Yeah, there you go. So what the red box emote that. I had to get a PSO red box emote. I mean, kind of had to really. For Nukem. It'd be better if I was a 4 Nukem for that, but it does help a lot for 4 Newell. I mean, Gifoy still takes ages to cast, but at least it helps a little bit with the cast time. Challenge mode, multiplayer only. I think it is. I definitely wouldn't want to try it solo. I know there are some areas in challenge mode where you do need multiple people for switches, so I'm assuming that it is multiplayer only. And generally, if you're going for an S rank, you'll need a few people anyway. Yeah, I really like the red box emote. It's quite hard getting the emotes for YouTube, actually, because YouTube emotes are so small. It's hard to get ones where you can see what's going on in the emote well. Subscribe is 2-player minimum. Sorry, challenge is 2-player minimum. Yeah, cause I think most of the Switch puzzles, I think you can do with 2. It would just take longer. For doing challenge mode today, Scribe, or if not, we can do some rare drop hunting. Yeah, really, the more people you've got for challenge mode, the better. Oh, cool. Yeah, so this week is what they call the drop all rate week. So essentially the way it works, for anyone who doesn't know, is every enemy has what's called a drop anything rate or a drop all rate, and it's the percentage chance that an enemy will drop an item in general, not just a rare. And what they've done this week is they've increased that drop all rate, so enemies will drop items in general more often. But as a result of that, you also do get an inherent rare drop boost. So if you don't know what I mean, so for example, something like a Gigu that's a mini boss, they drop items about 80% of the time, but with this boost, they'll drop more often. So you can essentially use it as a rare drop boost week. Ah, cool. Got all 4 now. So what is it? I'll make the game, and we can attempt Ruins too, I guess. I'm really dreading this for the Fornuel, but... Hi, Clouds. Alright, so game's up, usual password. Is there a way to change your character costume after creation? Yeah, so it depends what version you're playing. So if you're on GameCube and Xbox, you just need 10,000 Mazetta on your character, and you can do it when you log on your character. On Blueburst, I think you need to be in a team that has access to the dressing room. Yeah, so as long as you're in a team and they've unlocked the dressing room, you should be able to change your character. That also applies to things like hairstyles as well, so you can change your hairstyle, and I can't remember if you can change skin color or proportions, but you can definitely change your hairstyle and your costume. Yeah, no worries, Draken. If I see anything that's good for HughCast, I'll just let you have it. For Ruins, I'm not sure what you want to do for Ruins 2, but for Ruins 3, definitely I'm probably going to need some HP materials to survive Divine Punishment. I don't know if what you want to do for Ruins 2, because obviously we don't have Faults in Ruins 2, but we will have Bringers. Problem is, I think Bringer shots can do up to about 160, so I think even with HP materials, I might struggle to survive those, so I might just have to try and dodge them. The HP, TP, and my materials, fair enough. Yeah, if everyone's happy with that, I'm okay with that. It's mainly for Ruins 3, like I say, for Faults. How would you get on a team? So you would need to get invited by a team master or a team leader. Easiest way to do that is if you're on Ephinea, just go on the forums. They have a section on the forum for teams, and just ask to join one of the teams on there, and one of the team masters should be able to invite you. You can also create a team yourself if you want to, but you'll need to earn so many points before you can unlock the dressing room. Right, so with that said, is everyone ready to start? Oh, no worries, Bobby. I'm really dreading this stage. Ruins 2 is notorious for having loads of warp points as well, so I'm slightly worried about this one. Yeah, Belras are okay because they're really slow and normal at least. I just need to watch out to make sure I don't get shot from behind or anything, because they will just one-shot me. Alright, let's go. So we're on stage 8. So target time is 1 hour 30. Ideally less than that, but fingers crossed. Hopefully I start with some decent gear. Okay, so what we got? Okay, so I do have Rester, which is good. I will put Gelin on there just in case we get Bringers. A Giftvoid could be useful. See, I might need you guys to carry Mana Fluids again, because it looks like I might have a full stack. Yeah, I have a full stack of Mana Fluids at the minute, so you guys might need to carry them. Just I'm not sure how long these stages are. So Ruins 2, obviously we're going to get a ton of Del Sabers. There is a 1-slot Brave Armor there for anyone that needs it. Oh yeah, I can drop antidotes actually if I've got any. Yeah, antidotes are really useful for this further range just because they can use it to feed the mag. It is a wake-up call playing challenge mode, though I have to play my Ephinea well earlier in regular play because she's so much stronger that. Now I can Gelin and Zalo, but I don't want to do it too much just because I only have a very limited amount of TP. Same for Rester as well. I'll typically only do it if a few of you are on really low health. Just because I can't afford to waste TP in this. I can't remember this map at all as well, so... sorry, Draken knows where he's going, so just follow the Hue cast. At least my Foy actually travels a bit faster now, so it's a little bit easier to hit with. Yeah, Draken studied the maps off stream. No one else did. I only have 97 health, so that's it. The Bringer shots, I think Bringer shots start at about think it's about 90 damage originally, but if they steal any TP, their damage goes up, so it can go up to about 160. So if I take one of those shots, I'm just dead. Needs a 10% raise. We'll discuss it. Oh, Dark Rooms. Brilliant. I'm also aware that this is challenge mode, so there's probably loads of trap switches as well. So I'm hesitant to press anything. I do a lot of damage, but you can see like I'm nearly out of TP already. There's a cross armor here. I'll drop it at the door. Yeah, this room, there's certain rooms. I don't have anti, unfortunately, so I can't get rid of any statuses. But yeah, there's this room. I don't know if it appears in challenge mode or not, but there's one variant of this room where there's about 9 warps in it. Just run north, okay. There's tons of traps in these stages as well. Just made things even more difficult for you. General Mind, very nice. Unfortunately, I don't think I have anything. Yeah, I don't have any slots on this armor yet. So if anyone finds a frame with a slot, would be appreciated. Again, just the main issue with running Fornuel here is just trying to manage your TP. Because you've got several stages to get through, so you're trying to manage it all the way through. Fox North, go Scout out. Oh, in the large room, fair enough. Yeah, the traps are brutal in this stage. It's same in Ruins 3 as well. One thing you can do with Fornuel is, if you keep an eye on your experience, if you're getting close to leveling, you can just try and get by until you level, just so you can get the TP refill, just so you're not wasting the fluid. Unfortunately, I'm still about 1.6k off leveling, so I'm probably going to have to use a fluid in a sec. Also, mana fluids heal you by virtually nothing, so... Good news is, though, we do have quite a lot of fluids because pretty much every character starts with some fluids, even if they can't use them. So typically what you'll get is android characters, for example, will just carry the fluids or give them to the Force when they're available. I'm very worried about bringers. They are my main concern at the minute. Annoyingly, it's dropping a lot of armors, but no frames. Was that rest of 5? Yeah, that's not too bad. And bat of 7. What have I got at the minute? 7. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, it's good to have a diverse mix. So quite often what you'll find is a common party composition is usually 2 hunters, 1 ranger, and 1 force. What's on the other south exit here? Okay. There is a solid frame there if anyone needs. I do need a frame, but I need one with slots, really. Yeah, I'm still okay for fluids at the minute, so I don't really need to use a healing ring yet. Ah, another dark room. Been very, very conservative on what fluids I'm using. Oh, it was one of those traps. I thought it'd be a trap hovering above the boxes, not one of those pop-up ones. Yeah, dark rooms are really, really scary because you've got no idea what's in them. Do you know what this Dill Saber's doing? Kind of got a bit confused there and kept warping in and out. I mean, I do a ton of damage as for you well. It's just that I can't nuke like crazy because I don't have the fluids to do it. What I'm trying to do really is get one hit on most of the enemies if I can. Just so I can tag the experience, really. I do have Jellin and Zalur, but the range on it's really, really small at this level, so it's generally not great for tagging. Yeah, that's one stage done. But one area anyway. It's not too bad so far, but we haven't had any bringers yet. Hopefully we're getting a decent drop for Draken as well, because I know starting with a sword with a hunter in challenge mode is awful. I've done it once before with a hunter and it is awful starting with a sword because you just miss everything. Oh, we've got a partisan drop at least. That helps a bit. And Gifoy level 4. Yeah, I mean, if everything would just line up so I can hit everything with Barter, that'd be really, really nice. Like that, basically. I don't really like having to use a dye fluid there, but I'm still way off leveling. Yeah, if everything wants to line up, that does make things easier. Particularly when it's things like Del Sabers that are weak twice anyway. Oh, Draken got a buster. That does help a lot. Connect 4. That is a lot of traps in the air over there. Right, I can't even use a solid frame yet. 2-slot soul frame. If no one needs it, I'll take, because I've got a unit I can use it with. Oh god, a bringer. I do almost no damage to bringers. The TP steal is so huge. Yeah, the strat is basically run out of the room if a bringer starts charging its shot because I just can't take the hit. They're not too bad to dodge, but it's just not worth the risk sometimes. Thankfully, after years of playing this game, I can kind of tell what enemies are spawning by the noise they make. So if something spawns behind me, I can normally tell what it is. That does help a little bit. I am absolutely burning through my TP here. Thankfully, I've still got quite a lot of fluids left, and there is a few fluids that people are carrying as well, so that will help. Yeah, I hope this is reasonably entertaining for people watching. I know it's a bit different to like regular PSO play, so it's a lot more panic-inducing. That was a pretty awful place for that Del Save at spawn. Literally right on top of me. Internal screaming intensifies. There's actually an interesting fact about Del Sabers as well. There's a couple of enemies that do this, but Del Sabers, for anyone who doesn't know, they're actually coded in the game to deliberately go for forces. Now, I'm not making that up. Like, there is literally code in their sort of monster AI that they are designed to, if there is a force within a certain distance of them, they're designed to target them first. And I think if there's no force, they go for male characters next. Getting my cardio in. It is a lot of just running around, sort of trying to take like opportunistic hits on enemies at the minute. The GM message go on the screen. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with the servers, because that would really suck. Yeah, it's just, if you just go all out nuking like you would play 4 New World normally, you'll just run out of fluids way too fast. But Magician TP, that will help a little bit. Yeah, it was Mew plushie, I think, yeah. Pretty much everything they post on the forums is written like that as well. I just had a bit of a panic because whenever you see a GM message, sometimes it's like, oh, the server needs to come down for a few minutes. Please not while we're doing challenger mode. Don't really want to jinx things, but so far it's been okay because there hasn't been many bringers. I'm sure that'll change. TP material, very nice. hear them in the shadows. But yeah, it just makes Del Sabers way scary with a Force because you know that they're going to go for you primarily. There's quite a few Force weapons dropping. Can I actually use any of them yet? I can use a stick, which is barely worth using. I mean, sure. It's faster casting, I guess. Doesn't really make any difference to my mental strength, unfortunately, so... Oh, nice. I've got a 2-slot frame at the minute, so I'm okay for now. Ah, timer switches. Just what we want. Yeah, switch puzzles, just what we need. That went pretty smooth, actually. Full force, forceful team healer's going to come in clutch. It will help quite a bit. The only problem is I can't, I can't do it too often just because Rester does cost quite a lot of TP at this stage. So I'm tending to only use it when there's a few people hurt. The game needed to slow us down. And an easy way to slow us down is to throw a lot of switch puzzles in our way. I'm getting quite close to leveling, so I'm just going to use Mono Fluids for now. Ah, free Mono Fluid, very nice. You see there, that Del Saber, as soon as I walked in the room, started going towards me. So I do need to be a bit careful of these. Because they're just going to try and hunt me down as soon as I walk in. Yeah, so they turn, as soon as their Force gets near them, they'll prioritize the Force. I think there is some other enemies that do it as well, but I can't remember which ones it is. Ah, bull claws as well. Just what we need. So we're just trying to get enough items just so we can actually get through, okay? Okay, so I've got a timer switch here. Just let me know when to press it. Okay, fair enough. Hopefully I can get there in time. Oh, that doesn't help. Alright, that was very lucky. The switch was a bit generous there. It was a bit of a troll that, you know, when you're trying to get through a room with a timer switch, it just throws a trap in the middle of the room. Thankfully, I'm getting very close to leveling, so that'll give me my TP back. Claws are barely worth even attacking, though, because they give so little experience. Okay, area 39. So I think the reason that went for Draken there, it did go for me initially, but then it went for Draken again because they prioritize male characters as well. So if you're a male force, it's not a good time for you. Hi, AJ. And great, and then we've got the level, so that helps a ton. Not only does it give us a little bit more health to survive fixed damage, but it also helps us just refill TP, so it saves us using another fluid. There's traps under those blocks, by the way. I can see them. There's a lot of Del Sabers in this stage. Seems to be a weird thing with some of the Del Sabers where they're not spawning properly, where they kind of spawn then despawn immediately. I noticed a similar thing with the Sinnohs in challenge mode as well. Sometimes they kind of spawn underground and then pop back up. And it only seems to happen in challenge mode. Yeah, the traps that are hidden like that under the rubble are really, really dangerous. They do a ton of damage as well. Quite glad I blocked that. Yeah, it does do lots of nasty stunts like that in challenge mode where it'll hide traps in really bad areas. There's even some stages where you'll go to a healing ring and there'll be a trap in the healing ring. I do loads of damage, I just can't continually nuke, that's all. So I'm basically doing like one hit on pretty much every enemy and then letting other people kill them. So a couple of antidotes there, so they'll be useful for the rangers. Main reason is because the rangers can use the antidotes to feed the mag to raise the dex a little bit, so they can use some guns a bit easier. Oh, 2 mana fluids, nice. I think it's going relatively well so far, but every time I come into this room, I get terrified because this room's usually not good, not good for business. I didn't even see that bringer spawn. It is, in Ruin 2, it is mainly just the bringers that I'm worried about. We also don't seem to have many dark gunners yet, which, yeah, I thought I heard a bringer. I'm quite glad we don't have dark bringers. Sorry, dark gunners. But the fact we've got bringers is not great. Because they're also really resistant to techs as well in multiplayer. We're getting a ton of armor drops, which is great for the hunters and rangers, but not so much for me. Yeah, I posted about it in a community post, but for the new emotes, there is one of them that I haven't been able to add yet. The reason for that is because when you start out on YouTube, you can only have, I think it's 5 emotes. So now I've got 6 commissions, so there is another one. I can't add it yet until I've got more members. So as soon as I hit that cap, I'll get that added. It seems to be mainly Del Sabers this stage, to be honest. Which I'm not too bad with because they are kind of manageable. You can kind of bait them into attacking. Claws are actually annoying because they're almost not worth using techs on because they give so little experience and have so little health. It almost feels like a waste of TP attacking them. So I'm trying to focus on other things instead. Okay, another area. Still doing pretty well for fluids, I think. Got 4 mana fluids, 2 dies. The box room to the east, fair enough, yeah, I can pick that up. At least we're getting some relatively decent drops. It would be nice if we can get a Palash drop because that'd be a big damage boost for Draken. And Draken is obviously doing the majority of the damage at the minute. So I've got a shock buster here, so do I have any good percents on it? Yeah, I've got an 80 hit, 55 dark 80 hit shock buster here. So you might want this Draken. I'll drop it at this door here just so I can use it for the bringers. Yeah, some of the percentages on the weapons you get in challenge mode are insane. It's casual 55, dark 80 hit buster. Okay, so we need 4 weapons. I can probably do that, to be honest. And another 4 weapons on there. I think I might have used most of mine now. And drop that rod. It's actually a genius thing, this. So in challenge mode, it will quite often make you drop items on switches to open the route. And the way that works is it basically ensures that you never get too many items. Okay, so we go north. An 80 hit miss. Oh, it will do. Yeah, I need people north here with me. Because we've got a dark room with traps. Yeah, I need 2 people here with me. I think there's traps in here, so I might need to be careful. There's also a lot of Del Sabers. There's another one of these rooms where you need to kind of stay on the switch to keep the light on. If you guys can kind of kite the enemies over here a little bit, I can stay on the switch. Was that it? That seemed like very few enemies. Yeah, there's a warp north here. There isn't an east or Draken. We've only got west or north. I'm assuming it's north for the warp. Ah, warp north, fair enough. So, once on the triple switches. Check room west for switch out, will do. Alright, the west switch is done. Yeah, my route loops back around, so I'm on the way now. It's quite an interesting stage this, so far it hasn't been too confusing. A couple of awkward switch puzzles, but nothing too taxing so far. But that could change really, really quickly. Thankfully, Draken knows what he's doing because I wouldn't have a clue. It is annoying that it takes me sort of 3 and a bit barters to kill those. I am starting to run a little bit low on fluids now, but I think we're getting towards the end, possibly. If anyone's got any spare fluids on them, can you drop them at the next door for us? Ah, cheers. I'm just going to stay out. Bringer's dead, that's fine. As soon as you see a Bringer start turning red, you just get out. You get flustered on challenge mode so easily, glad you get to spectate. Yeah, it is rough. As I say, with the Force, your main concern is just like TP management, really. I am starting to get into the realms of starting to get a little bit worried about my TP now, because I am starting to get low. Oof, that sounded like it was a critical hit. How many skips do I have anyway? I'm assuming 2. I've got 3. It's very generous. That's actually not too bad then, because it means if I do get really low on fluids, I can TP death if I need to. TP death, if you don't know what that is, it basically means if you play a Force and you're running out of fluids, you can deliberately get killed just so you get revived with escaped ultimate TP back. It is obviously a very risky strategy and not one you're going to do very often, but sometimes you might need to do it. Thankfully, I'm not at that stage yet. Yeah, we are now starting to get to the point as well where the HP materials now start going to me instead of the Hunters and Rangers, just because I need the HP to survive the fixed damage attacks. South and eastern end are nice. Nice. Oh, cool, I'm done. Yeah, that was really good, actually. So just bank that time quickly. That's Ruins 2 done. Yeah, that was certainly a lot easier with someone who knew where they were going. Yeah, so just have a minute break. Compose myself again. Yeah, I suppose an hour 30. That's the game recommendation, but I suppose that's if it's your first time doing it and you don't know the maps at all. Where Draken's done a bit of research, so he kind of knows where we're going, so it does help. And a nice heart shot for me at the end. Yeah, what a shame. Phone you all can't use shots. I did get I think it was a heart cane when we were doing caves, but I was so weak that when I tried using it, I couldn't actually hurt anything with it, so I couldn't get the TP steal. So just one more stage now. So yeah, the next one is Ruins 3 and Dark Faults, which is kind of terrifying. Because Ruins 3 is like the greatest hits of Ruins. So you get all the Belras coming back again that one-shot me with their arm. You get all your sorcerers back again. Yeah, bringers. Basically everything that's nasty about Ruins all rolled up into one area. I suppose the only slight benefit is that there's no Del Sabers in Ruin 3. But still not exactly a nice area. And then just to round it out, you have to beat Faults as well. Now, thankfully, it is the equivalent of normal Faults, so we don't have to do the final phase with the fixed damage slap. So the main concern on Faults is the Divine Punishment, just making sure I can get enough health to survive that, and hoping that his Rabata doesn't combo me. So I think, providing I can get to Faults with a couple of escape doors left, I think we've got a chance. I mean, in Ruins 2 there, we got 3 escape dolls, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be 3 for this as well. Provided I don't do anything stupid, hopefully I'll be okay. Yeah, no worries, Draken. Yeah, we'll have to see how we get when we get to Faults. If you guys have got loads of escapes left and I'm running out, then maybe I might need to take 1 or 2. But do you think we'll ever get a remaster for this game? I don't know. It's difficult to say at the minute because obviously NGS. I think the concern at the minute is if they made a PSO remaster, it might take players away from NGS, which they obviously don't want. But I would love to see a remaster. I'm being very optimistic with the part name there. Yeah, I would like to see a remaster. I mean, Sega are going back and remastering, re-releasing a lot of their older titles. So things like Golden Axe, Shinobi, Jet Set Radio. So it stands to reason that maybe PSO could be included in that. I would love to see it. The only concern I would have is that I'd be worried that it would ruin the game. Because PSO to me is more or less perfect. There is a couple of faults with it, but it's pretty much bang on. And I just hope they wouldn't ruin it with anything else. Like if they brought PSO back and then filled it with like Axe, Cash Scratch, microtransactions, I'd just be like, oh no. Yeah, I suppose Faults does move a lot slower than normal, so I mean, if I've got fluids left, I will just try and nuke the hell out of Faults and just try and kill it as fast as I can. Ephinea may be concerned if a remaster happened. Yeah, that's the other concern, is that would they look as nicely on private servers if they remastered it? Right, so I guess we'll try Ruin 3 then and hope for the best. We'll need you to drop mag on first stage. We'll tell you when, Scout. Yeah, no worries. I can go with that one, mag. Yeah, GameCube version is slightly different. There is mainly quality of life changes with Blue Burst. There is a few things that are better in Blue Burst, a few things that are worse, but for the most part, I think Blue Burst is the most complete edition at the moment. So target time for this is 2 hours. I think it'll be quicker than that. Episode 2 behind a paywall. Yeah, unlock the Olga Floor DLC. Right, we have Resta, that is good. Got Jellin, what else do I have? Yeah, so I'll go Gifoy actually, just so I've got some options for AoE. Yeah, so I start with 110 health, so I need 21 health more. Because I'm pretty sure Divine Punishment does about 130. And it's fixed damage, so... Well, the good news is at least people are starting with better weapons this time. I'm gonna have to Zalure these Belras, aren't I? I forgot there's Belras in Ruin 3, so I will switch Jellin for Zalure. Oh god, sorcerers. The good thing is that sorcerers don't have too much health. Downside is they do an absolute ton of damage and they AoE with Rafai, so they can hit all of us at once, which is pretty scary. It's going pretty serious this already. We've already got sorcerers and Belras everywhere. So I basically need to use Zalure on the Belras because they take virtually no damage from anyone otherwise. I mean, Draken might be able to hurt them, but I think the Ray Castle really struggle to hurt these without Zalure. Oh, bring it. You know what, you can have Zalure as well, actually. Oof, already one death. Bring a shooting. This is insane. This is the first 2 rooms. So first 2 rooms have already got tons of Belras sorcerers. Yeah, Ruin 3 is no joke. Hit all 4 switches, fair enough. Yeah, I'm trying to manage the fluid uses as best I can. It is a really, really tough thing to do in the longer stages though, because you do burn out quite quickly. Oh god. Mag drop here. Okay. I take lower left, you take lower right. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, General Mine plus, that's huge. Because then I'm assuming, was it lower right you went? Lower right, yeah, okay. Yeah, whoever dropped the mag, you'll need it. You need to drop the mag on this switch here. Well, the good news is I can survive a bringer charge. Nice. That bringer's about to shoot. Yeah, we'll see how we go with this. It might need a couple of attempts potentially. There's a Bella in that corner. So am I able to pick my mag up back after this room? Ah, cheers. Yeah, thankfully I can go without my mag for a bit, so it's not really a huge deal for me. Yeah, I don't mind if you want to restart or if you want to keep going. Restart, fair enough. Yeah, it seems like a good idea. Yeah, I think with 2 deaths really early on, it is probably just worth restarting. Yeah, sounds good. I mean, it's still really early in, so we can restart. No worries, Scribe. It's easy enough to die in challenge mode, so no worries. I suppose the good thing is at least it was really early on, so it didn't really impact as much. Yeah, at least I learned from that I can survive a bringer charge, so it's not the end of the world if I get hit by one. Alright, the run back. So hopefully we get the same pattern again. I hear a bringer. Oh god. Bringer shooting. Belras are so annoying. They take so much to kill. Is there 3 here? Oh, no. 2 Belras and a claw. Okay. That's not too bad. No, there is 3. That was a really, really scary Belra. Spawned in the corner. I didn't even see it. And unfortunately, that's fixed damage, so if I get hit by that, I'm dead. definite ramp up in difficulty, this one. I'm going to restart again. Yeah, I'm up for that. Yeah, at least I know now there's 3 Belras in that spawn, so I just need to make sure I can see them all. Yeah, sorry about this, guys. Yeah, it's 3 Belras. It's just where one of them spawned. I didn't see it. Yeah, I mean, compared to Runes 2, this seems a lot more difficult. The one time they don't give you a sword. Yeah, Runes 3 is really, really rough. It's basically just because the enemy enemy sort of composition in Rune 3, you get a lot of the more dangerous enemies all in Rune 3 in the same area. Where you know in Runes 1 you're not going to get. Yeah, in Runes 1 you're not going to get Bringers because they don't spawn there. Rune 2 you're not going to get Belras because they don't spawn there. Whereas Rune 3 you got basically everything apart from Del Sabers. Oh, no worries, Scribe. It's fine. Yeah, the game's up, so just join again. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it is called challenge mode, so it has to be a challenge, I guess. Yeah, I start with 110 health, so I'm probably going to need about another 21 or so, I think, to survive faults. Challenge mode with extra steps. Crazy thing, this is the easier challenge mode as well. Like, episode 2 is even harder. I disconnected straight away again. Must be having some problems with the Steam Deck, I'm guessing. Yeah, Ep 2 is less stages. It's just that you've got some areas like, obviously Seabed is really, really nasty, and Control Tower as well. Yeah, I'll remake the room. It's a weird bug with Ephinea sometimes where you can kind of mess up and then people can't join. Alright, the game's remade. Well, hopefully that works. Yeah, the good news is with this, at least I get a decent variety of texts. As standard, so you got 45 minutes. Oof. Yeah, we'll see how we go. I don't know how long this stage is, so I'm assuming quite long. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that. Yeah, I wonder if you need to restart your Steam Deck or something. You gotta restart it. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind either trying the last stage now, or we can wait until Minsk's back, whichever. And obviously, it might mean that we don't finish it on stream, but it's an option. Well, the good thing is at least it didn't happen, during the middle of a stage. Quite a better word. Either way is fine with you. Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking if it's only 45 minutes until you need to go, Minsk, I don't know how long this stage is, so you can't really go on what the game tells you because you can complete the stages quite a lot faster than the game says. I imagine the 45 minutes might be a bit of a push. You can do it in 45, but it's tight timing, yeah. Yeah, no worries, Minsk. No, it's alright, Scrabby. You can't help if you get technical problems. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to stream today because I have had some internet problems myself as well. So hopefully, so far it's holding out. But yeah, I had a few disconnects yesterday. I'm just thinking, because it's going to be very, very tight timing to do this last stage, should we just switch over to the characters and just do some red drop hunting for a bit then? And we can come back to challenge mode later on if you want. I think that might be the best play, just so, because the last thing we want is for you to have to go during the middle of a challenge mode stage, so we could always switch over, do some red drop hunting, and then once you get back, we can do the last stage. Think we can get S rank without redoing? Yeah, so I think what we should probably do then is, just because we are very tight for time, maybe we can just do a bit rare drop hunting just until Minsk's back, and then we can pick up challenge mode after that, maybe. Yeah, I haven't counted up the time, so I haven't even looked at how many hours we've done. So we could do the Swordsman's Law is one option. Bump the stream then. Possibly. I'm aware that other people in the house will be going to bed sort of as I'm ending stream, so I don't want to hold on too long, just in case I wake them up. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be on stream. I mean, we can do challenge mode at any time, so I can always do it when I finish stream as well. Yeah, I'm down to hunt some Swordsman's Law if you want to do that for a bit instead. Sorry to anyone who's here for the challenge mode. It's just it's going to be quite difficult to do it, without risking someone having to go during the run. It's just a bit, a bit too much of a risk. Ghost Quest, let's go. Please no. Sad thing is, it probably is the best quest for Del Sabers as well. And I suppose as long as we only do Ruins 1, maybe runes too. It's not too bad. Yeah, so this is a bit of an intermission from challenge mode, so there's some rare drop hunting for a bit instead. We will get back to it though, so it may not be on the stream that we finish it off, but hope it at least gives you an idea of what challenge mode's like. Yeah, we're not supposed to mention the G word. Yeah, I think one of the Endless Nightmares was boosted last week, you know, when we had Experience Week that didn't help. I don't actually know what the boost word is at the minute. So it's Anomalous Ordeal 2, Lost Shock Rifle, and Sweep Operation 10. Yeah, I don't know if the wiki's updated, Draken, so when you do the command in game, it's different quests. That has happened a few times, that as well. There seems to be a bit of a delay on them updating the wiki. Yeah, it caught me out before when I was doing one of the mop-up quests and the timer started. And I was thinking, well, the timer's not going to be on during Abia. Just because the wiki hadn't updated. Good news is, though, because we're rare drop hunting now, it means I can actually nuke again. I do just need to switch back my Gifoid to some Marafoid to Gifoid, though. So, Swordsman's Law will be very nice. My forces had loads of nice drops recently, so it'd be nice to get something good for my hunter. Casting text with reckless abandon. No, it's a luxury. You know, if only level 30 text dropped in in challenge mode. Oof. Did you go a bit too berserk happy there? See that, but we couldn't use them. But yeah, I mean, obviously you need the mag and everything in several levels. You wish you could berserk on challenge mode. It'll probably make some of the spawns a bit easier. Oh, there we go. Speaking of stream traditions, Silence Claw. Yeah, literally 2 rooms in, Silence Claw already. Let's make challenge more better by removing the challenge. Just have mode. With some of the spawns in challenge mode, I kind of wish that was the case. feels just very, very unfair sometimes. I've always thought it'd be interesting to have a challenge mode that's based in Ultimate, where you start obviously at a higher level, but you have to fight Ultimate enemies. I think that'd be kind of cool, to be honest. Until you get to episode 2 challenge mode, and then everything instant kills you. Is that another Silence Claw? Or a Final Impact, one of the two? Oh, Gearborg. Okay. So we just need a Final Impact now, and then we've got the every single rare drop that always happens on stream. I did little ruins earlier on with my Ephinea world just to see how well she could do it solo, and I think it was within about 2 rooms I got a meteor cudgel from my Belra. Oh yeah, we need a Justy as well, yeah. I'm surprised that Belra's hitting me, to be honest, because normally when you stand in front of them, they don't hit you. Must have been slightly off-center or something. Two of you south, 2 of you east, no west. West. Yeah, one of them. Or yeast. Northwesterly. I can't remember it all. The ruins maps, even though I played this game for several years, I can never remember the ruins maps. I used to have a mantra I went by on the Sega servers that one of my friends used to always say, which was, whenever you're faced with a split in ruins, always go west, always go left. It always seemed to be right for some reason. I suppose the downside of doing like an ultimate mode challenge mode would be you'd have to fight ultimate faults, and as we know, that is a miserable experience. Another Silence Claw. Yeah, maybe you get a cure phrase. Yeah, that's an option. Can you imagine that though, doing challenge mode and just hoping you get a cure phrase or you just fail? Trifluids, no monofluids for this Ephinea well. Yeah, main reason for that is because monofluids do absolutely nothing for me now. Even difluids barely do much really. You get to a point with Ephinea well where you're using like 4 or 5 difluids to heal your TP. And you still go through it too fast. I really need to get an adept at some point. I have to just trade for one though, because I don't have any IDs that can get it. Quad fluids. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what quad fluid would do, considering that tries are already fully healed. Oh, I meant on my character's Draken. Oh, it drops from Gerta on Viridia. Okay. Yeah, I meant on my characters that don't have any IDs that can get it. Okay, if we get a mana fluid drop, I'll show you how little a mana fluid heals me by. Refills 150%. You end up with more TP than you've actually got. Yeah, you just overfill your TP bar instead. That would be nice. Let's see Jack on Mastermind. Yeah, I mean, I'd take any free cast really base player at this point. Well, at least these Belros don't one-shot me like the ones in challenge mode. Ah, I don't have the glides ability yet. Oh, there we go. So here's a dye fluid. So watch my TP. So this is with a dye fluid. There you go. There's nothing. Yeah, the glide refill in C mode would be interesting. The good thing with it on this character is, you know, whenever I use the glide ability, sometimes it'll trigger the mag invincibility. So it is quite nice for that because you can just effectively trigger your mag invincibility when you want to. It's not guaranteed it'll do it, but it's an easy way of trying to trigger it. Is it ready yet? No. Oh, the tri-fluid then? I don't really like having to use the glide to use shift and D-band because I get double range on it with the Striker of Chow. But if I switch to the Striker of Chow, I'll lose the timer on the glide. So the only thing I don't like about it, just kind of force you to keep with the weapon. It's kind of funny how easy Ruins is, really, in comparison to some episode 4. We were doing some maximum attack yesterday, and it's amazing like how little effort this is for me compared to supporting in max attack 4. Glide is a trap. It is to an extent, yeah. I mean, it's a really, really good weapon glide, you know, even just doubling your Gel and Zalo range is really, really useful. It's just a shame that you have to keep it continuously equipped. Oh, there we go. There's a Mana Fluid. So I'll get rid of some of my TP and then I'll show you how little a Mana Fluid does. Might be a while though because this room has tons of spawns. It enforces a fluid addicts. Yeah, basically. It's worse with 4 New World as well because you can't use Mother Garb. And Mother Garb helps a ton in regards to like TP usage, but it's 4 New only. Rehab went. So on the downside, we got a wasted Photon Blast, but on the upside, we get Fowler on stream. It wasn't me using it for once. It's snorting Mana Fluids in a public restroom. Yeah, that is basically 4 New World life. Here we go. So, oh, you would spawn in the way. I'm trying to demo something here, Del D. I mean, see the range on the glide. Gel and Zalo is insane. A beautiful pink boy. Yeah, if you're a fan of Fowler, you can join as a member and become part of the Fowler fam. Now with new shiny emotes. This room would be really good with Skylight, actually, because these guys drop Lavis Cannon. You wear the Fowler badge with pride. You have the line of tri-fluids. Ah, yeah, I see them. Very much appreciated. How we're getting a Force's good books. Just constantly supply them with tri-fluids. Alright, yeah, so this room is Belrus City, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Quite glad we don't have to deal with this in challenge mode. Yeah, it's like Minsk is the dealer for the 4 New Worlds. Yeah, supporting the fluid addiction, yeah. They're an enabler. Alright, I can finally show this now, so I'm mono fluid, so watch my TP. This is how little a mono fluid does for me now. There you go. Oh, here's another mono fluid. It just does absolutely nothing. I don't even pick mono fluids up now. Oh, another one. I'm getting supplies again. Didn't know the funny one had a mustache. No, she didn't just wipe her face. I think Ruins 2 was okay, wasn't it? It was just Ruins 3 that was hell. Because Ruins 3 was where the thing that shall not be named showed up. Just going to smuggle the rest of 30 into challenge mode. Yeah, probably be slightly short of MST to use rest of 30. Can't remember the requirement for it now, but and it's... Actually, I haven't checked that, actually. Oh, it doesn't say actually, it just tells you how much TP it takes. But to be fair, even using 49 TP for Resta would not be great in challenge mode. What's his game setting? Is it like space alien stuff? Sort of. General sort of overview of how it works is you basically get called to a planet that there's basically a ship that's been sent to a planet in the hopes of colonizing it. And a second ship which you're on follows it. When you get to the planet, there's a massive explosion on the planet and you lose all contact with the previous ship. So you're basically there to investigate what's happened. This is kind of the final area of that first episode. So yeah, it's kind of like sci-fi, I suppose. Are you going to give it a try? Oh, cool. So I do have a video on my channel, XZX, that's like a beginner's guide to the game. So if you've never played it before, you might want to check that out. Because I basically go through everything you need to know for getting started in it. Oh, cool. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it anyway. It is a bit of an addiction. I don't just mean the fluid addiction that we were talking about earlier, but yeah, like once you get into PSO, if it hooks onto you, it will hook on hard. I've been playing this for about 20 years now, so... Yeah, it is like very old school game design. Some people don't like it. Some people find it quite hard to get used to, particularly things like the camera. So you can't actually freely move the camera. Well, in most versions you can't. I think there is a way to do it in Ephinea, but typically you just use the camera by hitting the bumper and flipping the camera around. So it can take a little bit to get used to, but if you can get around that, it's a really, really fun game. Yeah, I reckon that most people who play this seriously are probably in their 30s or older. Oh, you play EverQuest 1, so you're like old school. Yeah, I mean, you can't get much more old school than the original EverQuest. $43, $38, and $28. Yeah, I'm late 30s myself as well, so feels old, man. If you want a more sort of modern game, then there is PSO 2 NGS, but it is completely different to this. It doesn't really share much with PSO. Yeah, I mean, you see in the chat, basically everyone is like 30 plus. Oh, yeah, 24 Recon. Definitely one of the younger ones then for PSO. So, when you started Recon, did you start with PSO or did you start with one of the later games? You just act immature. I do find it kind of crazy when you see that there's like younger people playing this, because I'm kind of interested to see why people get into this. I'm not against it. I mean, oh, I got excited there, but it's another Final Impact. Where is it? Yeah, so we now have a Final Impact, so we now just need a Just See to round up the collection, I think. Oh, you started with PSO? Oh, cool. It's probably quite unusual that for someone in their sort of early 20s, because I would imagine that obviously when their servers were online, I would imagine you're probably too young to play it, I'm guessing. So it's interesting seeing like, younger people playing it. You still think that 2005 was 5 years ago? I know, time is relentless. Time speeds up as you age. It feels that way. Yeah, I think I started PSO, I think I was about 18 when I started. I started with the GameCube version. So I'm not a total OG PSO player. I wasn't around for Dreamcast. Not because I was too young or anything, it's just I didn't have a Dreamcast at the time. Time just cascades off a cliff. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Yeah, it's crazy. It only feels like a couple of years ago that I was playing GameCube, and it's like, no, it was like 20 years ago. Yeah, this is the room I was worried was going to be in Ruin 2. This room is the worst room in PSO. I hate this room. Yeah, I just need to add more warps, yeah. You have to fit them in somewhere. They must have had a quarter to fill, I think, and just put them all in one room. Yeah, no worries, Minsk. It's always nice to get a free tri-fluid drop. Kids today won't know the horror of the Millennium Bug stocking up on toilet roll and pasta. Oh, wait. Another tri-fluid. Wow. Yeah, that was depressing times, that when you had to stock up on toilet paper because everyone was just buying everything. Yeah, I must admit, living through a global pandemic was not on my lottery list of things I had down for my life, really. Discovered some nice local parks, though. Yeah, it was interesting for me because I basically had to work from home for a while, so it was interesting because a lot of my job was hospital based, and we basically just cancelled all of our clinics. So I was just at home doing office work for like 6 months. You worked in a post office through COVID-19. That was not great. Saw the worst in people during that time. I can imagine. I mean, we in the NHS, we obviously saw a lot of it. But you did get to see, you got to see the best people, but also the worst as well. So, you know, you got to see, we honestly got quite a lot of people complaining that we were having to cancel clinics. And it's like, well, there's a pandemic on, we can't really run non-essential stuff. And some people just didn't understand it. That Arlen just saved my life there. That bringer shot was going to hit me, and the Arlen did like, get down, Mr. President, and hit me out the way. Yeah, I will use that to cancel the camera because I forgot to do it. Yeah, that's much better. I hate the camera change in these quests. have to see what bringers are weak to. I always thought they were weak to grants, but apparently not. I just thought as well, when I got hit by that bringer charge, it will have decut my weapon. So does that reset the counter on glide? Oh, that's so annoying. Right, I can switch it without guilt now. I hear another bringer. As most post office customers, that's the worst I can say, as I worked in one for just over a decade. God, I don't know if that Del Saber, I don't know if that was a crit or if I got hit by two things at once there, but it's absolutely ended me. It might have been a crit, possibly. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting time. Like I said, my job essentially totally changed. Certainly not something I'd ever want to go back to. Okay, so you're just not really weak to anything. Okay, that's cool. There's a few enemies like this in multiplayer where they just take no damage from any element. And as a 4-year-old, it's just like, well, guess I'll just do nothing. Oh, nice. Bringers arm, nice. You know, the NHS should have got more money, not a nightly clapping session. Yeah, I mean, like the first time they did that, like clap for the NHS thing, like it was a nice gesture initially, but then when it was like every week, it was like, okay, are we gonna get any money though? I don't even mean money for the staff. I mean literally money to run the services. Life was an intensive care nurse throughout it. Oof, I imagine that was really rough. Yeah, thankfully I wasn't really on front line too much. I mean, I did see patients in clinics, but because that was like non-essential services, we were able to just cancel them for a while things blew over. But yeah, for the people who were like on the front lines and in theaters and so on, it must have been absolutely horrendous. That's a lot of bringers. It's really annoying with bringers as well, because when they hit you with a charge, they de-equip your weapon in ultimate. It's even hard to get the revives off as well. Yeah, it was a pretty fruitful run. I mean, you know, we got to bring his right arm, so I think that's a success. No, was this Endless Nightmare 4? Because Endless Nightmare 4 is just Ruins 2. Yeah, for some reason, yeah, it ends at Ruin 2. I have no idea why. You get Ruins 1, Ruin 2. Sister got COVID before they knew it was. Got prescriptions for pneumonia and the doctors would wonder why it wouldn't work. Yeah, I think when it first started happening, it was really, really scary because no one had any idea what it was. I somehow managed to avoid it for like the entire pandemic and then got it like last October. I have no idea how I managed to avoid it for a few years, considering I work in a hospital. But for some reason, it just never hit. Well, it either never hit me or I just never had symptoms. One of the two. The record for COVID testing is 30 tests per hour. I still haven't got it, Rico, now. Hopefully it says that way. Me, when I got it, it was pretty rough for a few days. I think for about a week or so, I was basically stuck in bed. But it did wear off quite quickly, so... And what were these weapons? I think they were all terrible from what I remember. Ah, yes, the Silence Claw. How could I forget? And another Silence Claw. And I think this was a final impact. Yeah, I'm not even bothering to take those. It would be really funny if a swordsman's law dropped from Minsk while they're AFK. Yeah, I quite like using Floor Reader. It's quite good as well because I've got it set up so it's actually behind my camera on stream, so you can't actually see it. But basically, behind my camera there is a Floor Reader. I might be able to show it quick actually. If I had the camera, you can just see here there is like a little box in the bottom right, and that basically fills up and tells me what items I've dropped on the floor. The branch was locally known as COVID, right? Yeah, I was gonna say, are we good to do challenge mode again now, or? So we'll just see if people are still okay for challenge mode, and if we are, then yeah, no worries, Minsk. It's just Rune 2 you need to check. Endless Nightmare only goes up to Rune 2. So yeah, have a run through there and just make sure you haven't missed anything, and then we can try this challenge mode. Hopefully finish it, but we'll see. We just need a better start than we had the last few times. I am aware as well that obviously the last few streams have just been PSO, and I know there's a lot of people that want to see me play other games as well. So we'll be looking into that in the future. I did a poll recently to ask if people would be interested in seeing things that weren't Phantasy Star. It's slightly in favour of just doing Phantasy Star content, but it is almost 50-50. So what I may do is maybe once a month or so we might do a stream where we play something else. Just because I appreciate some people want to see me play other things, some people just want to see me play Phantasy Star, so I will try and balance it out. It is still going to be a Phantasy Star channel, so it will still be primarily NGS and PSO content, and obviously some PSU and things like that as well. But occasionally we might do another stream where we play other games. I was thinking for the first one we might maybe play a bit of Monster Hunter World. Interested to see some Monster Hunter from time to time. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make it the focus of the channel because I appreciate that most people have subbed and most people watch for Phantasy Star. So Phantasy Star will always be the focus of the channel. I mean, PSO is my favourite game, so yeah, we can maybe try Monster Hunter World stream at some point, or do a bit of PSO and then Monster Hunter World. But for this stream, we'll stick with PSO though. So I'll make another challenge mode game anyway, and we will attempt this again. So all I need to remember is there are 3 Belras, not 2. We believe in you. The Dreamcast and GameCube versions of the game to death back in the early 2000s. I think it's been 20 years since then, and it's insane, isn't it? We were talking about this earlier, like how fast time has actually moved on. I think what's crazy though is that the game still has a really, really good cult following. So, you know, these private servers, I mean, I think when I logged on there was over 200 people online, which is just insane for a game this old now. It just shows how much lasting appeal the game's got. Welcome in as well, Tiger Eye. Just one Belra. I'm really paranoid about the Belras now in case I mess up again. Good thing about the Belras is they are really slow, so if you can just get behind them, you can get a few free hits on them. Like this one here, for example. I just need to be careful that one doesn't spawn behind me. '90s and 2000s were the golden years. Ah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, this is my favorite game ever. I absolutely love this game. I will probably still be playing it in another 20 years if I still can. I need my mag, fair enough. It's a lot of green drops. Not brilliant, to be honest. No, they're really not good drops at all. A shame. So it is this one now. So remember the different approaches Dreamcast and GameCube handled Ultimate. Back in Dreamcast, busting was mandatory. When GameCube, it was hit. Yeah, hit percentage was like the main thing on GameCube, so that's the game I'm more familiar with. From what I understand on Dreamcast, I think, am I right in thinking that you needed really, really high percentages to really do any damage in Ultimate? Oh, that's a spawn and a half. Bring out a sorcerer and a Belra. I don't mind nuking a bit here, actually. It was a brutal spawn, really, for challenge mode. That does so much damage. Buffs and debuffs were vital, but still, you need to hit to actually hit anything. Yeah, I've only got a very little bit of experience with the Dreamcast version because I didn't have a Dreamcast back in the day, so I went back and bought one later. Oh, wow, I actually got a Grants disc. I mean, it's 45 TP to cast it, so I'm probably not going to use it very often, but I have Grants. And when Dreamcast version 2 came out, online players were being suicidal, attempting ultimate runes at level 80, getting 1 and 2 shot by pretty much any enemy. Nice TP material, very good. Yeah, like I said, I never played Dreamcast Online or anything, so from what I've heard, it was quite a bit harder than GameCube and Xbox. So I started in about 2003 with GameCube. Version 2 was harder, yeah. Version 1 was quite interesting because I know it didn't have ultimate mode and it was like a lot more restrictive. Still way off level in a minute. Oh, that Dimension kind of got in the way of the sorcerer there. Spam battle training on day 1 offline level 100 using Kirik as a mage shield. Since he was 186, he'd still die though if you didn't heal him. Yeah, I always hear that about Dreamcast. How everyone wanted to get a red gun, yeah, like a red handgun. Was that just so you could stay away from the enemies and just snipe them from the doorways? Oh, nice. Drax got a Palash. That'll help quite a bit. Red handgun was the key to entry. It actually allows you to do damage. I guess I'm kind of glad they moved away from that because it does feel a bit overly restrictive. That's insane. 65 dark and a 90 hit sniper. The challenge mode drops are just off the chain. Oh god, there's a Belra behind me. If I'm getting behind the Belra, it's not too bad. Just need to watch that bring because it's going to shoot in a minute. There is a resist call there. That might be useful for someone for faults. Well, I'll pick it up. I'll bring it along. The Shifter and Zala on day 1, double saber was doing less than 100 a hit. The west warp, okay, that's fine. Just a quick note, you might want to be careful confusing Belras. One, because it makes them shoot their arms continuously, but also because it actually makes them speed up. So they actually move faster and turn around faster when they're confused for some reason. So you might just want to be careful using that. Here's Sorcerer. Oh, there it is. I'm really, really scared of the bringers. Yeah, the total experience I know is a lot higher on Dreamcast as well, just to make it even more difficult. I know definitely on GameCube it was about 83 million or so to get to 200. That took long enough, so I'd dread to think how long it took on Dreamcast. There's a sorcerer over there and a Belra. Yeah, so when you play multiplayer, there is more experience, so obviously that does help. But we mean that on the Dreamcast version, it was actually more experience to get to 200 than the later versions, so they actually reduced the amount of experience you need for 200 on GameCube. Yeah, so it's kind of a toss-up, so if you've got a full party, then obviously it's going to be faster leveling online. But if you're solo, it's going to be quicker doing it single player, just because it's so much quicker to kill the enemies. Alright, that's one area done. Yeah, if anyone gets a frame with slots, let me know, because I could use one. At least we got a fluid drop anyways. That helps a little bit. Yeah, 50 hit charge Vulcans are like the go-to hunter weapon for late game. I'm very scared about these rooms. There's lots of very, very nasty enemies in them. Ooh, Angel Mine Minus. That's really nice, actually. Yeah, so if anyone does get a slotted frame, please let me know, because I could really do with using that. Could also really do with some more HP, though. Yeah, I'm still using the default at the minute as well. Playing GameCube. So this is Blue Burst. So this is the PC version. It's like the most recent version of the game, but it's very, very similar to the GameCube version. It's basically, it uses pretty much the same drop charts as episode 1 and 2. It's the same like stats and everything. It just has some extra content in it. Press left switches after the warp, okay. Yeah, there is. So in Blue Burst, they added a new episode. So there's episode 1, 2, and 4, because obviously 3 was a card game. And the palette on the bottom is basically action keys that you can use with your keyboard. So you can bind techniques or traps or anything to those, or items. It just helps a little bit. So really what Blue Burst is, apart from the extra content in episode 4, it's essentially episode 1 and 2, but with quality of life improvements. It's definitely worth checking out if you are into PSO. I'm trying to think if there's any other changes. So, I mean, on this private server, they've made some changes as well, which are good quality of life ones. So, for example, in regular play, so not in challenge mode, there's a thing you can do where you can set the drops to be like PSO 2. So what that means is that you can basically set it so that your drops are instanced for you and you alone. So it means if a red box drops, it's yours. So you don't have to worry about people stealing your rare drops. But it is quite minor changes overall. It's just that it's probably the most full-featured version of PSO, I guess. Four-slot soul frame. I mean, I'll take it if no one else needs it. Yeah, we really need some HP units to drop because at the minute I'm nowhere near at the health threshold. So I definitely want to go with, yeah, Angel Mind minus. I'll go with the Priest Mind. Probably a Resist Cold at the moment. That'll do for now. And then Digger HP, that'll help a little bit as well. Right, that should help me a little bit. Still not enough faults though. Drop a few of these because these don't really help me at the minute. Speaking of HP thresholds, I think the Ephinea needed to be a 169 to survive Ultimate Falter slash attack on Dreamcast. It was torn down on GameCube. Yeah, so on GameCube, I can't remember how much it does single player, but I know multiplayer does 900 health damage. HP material, that helps a little bit. That's one. Right, I'm at 130. So if I can get literally any more health than that. The largest client installation. I don't remember it being very big at all. It was quite compact, really. I can't remember the exact size, but the only thing I will say is when you install it, you might get like a warning from an antivirus saying that there's a Trojan. It's nothing to worry about. It's with the way that the game files are packaged. It's not a Trojan or anything. It's just that you might get like a false positive on your antivirus when you try installing it. Yeah, there was some watching earlier who hadn't played it before. It's always nice to see when you get new people who've never played the game before. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a rabbit hole, and kind of once you get in, you never get out again. Yeah, I think I used to use Malwarebytes, and I think Malwarebytes did flag it. So just be aware of that if you are installing it. For what it's worth, I've had the game installed for ages and I've never had any problems with it. Alright, Area 43. Really don't like that this is a dark room. Here, that's a Bellower though. Yeah. I'm getting relatively close to leveling, so hopefully I don't have to use too many more fluids before I level. So is this block just entirely dark? Basically, Profile Picture, I'm guessing you're a Huniwell main, like I was back in the day. A couple of 4 mile and 4 mile as well. Yeah, so my main has always been a Huniwell. I got to 200 on Blue Burst on the Sega servers with a Huniwell. Split up clear, 2-2, go north. Yeah, so Huniwell's always been my favourite class, but I am just trying to level my Huniwell a bit now. I like the majority of the classes, to be honest. There's a couple I haven't really put much time into, so I haven't played much Fornum, for example. Yeah, absolutely love Huniwell. I think it must be pop-up traps, I think, because I've just used a trap vision and I can't see them. Yeah, Huniwell early on is terrible. It takes a while to get going. That's brutal. Oh, so there's another trap when we hit all the rest of the switches, right? Okay. Yeah, I think we need to know... Do you need a bit of help on your end? You can come around for a bit. Yeah, so the first time I did challenge mode, I did it with the Huniwell, and that was a mistake. She's not good for challenge mode at all, because you struggle to hit anything. When you do hit, you don't do much damage. You don't have enough attack power to use a lot of the melee weapons, so you're just kind of a bit useless. I can see why you said you maybe some time. Not the nicest room to try doing with 2. Another bringer. It's 136 Raymar and a 130 Huni. Crazy thing with the game is, like, I don't know how it was on Dreamcast, but on GameCube, Xbox, and Blue Burst, like 50% experience is about level 183. So basically, to get from 183 to 200 is the same experience as it was to get from 1 to 183. Don't think a Resist Evil is going to be much use considering nothing does Megid. That's a terrible drop for challenge mod. Yeah, the requirements just go stupid after 180. I'll come back, Dragon. Yeah, I seem to remember that once you got into the 190s, it was like 4 million to level. Oh, it was more evenly distributed on Dreamcast. Yeah, we've got one more switch here, I think. Or maybe not. Hopefully this unlocks something, though, so we can get the other fence down. Such a brutal trap. Yeah, the way it scales is just insane later on. It just gets to a point where it's ridiculous amounts of experience to level. And you get virtually no stat boost as well. You're at 112 now, and just stop paying attention to the number when it happens, it happens. That's the way to do it. Just never look at your experience ever. Yeah, so if you S-rank challenge mode, you can get what's called an S-rank weapon or an ES weapon. And it's a weapon that you can name, and you can also add a special attack to it. Yeah, no worries, Dragon. Yeah, so the S ranks are really, really worth going for. Do I just wait here for you to unlock the door for me? Yeah, so you get to add a custom name to them as well, and the name's in red. No worries. Yeah, no worries, I'm ready. Yeah, it is really cool that you can name them and everything. It just gives weapons a bit of personality. And lets you customize the weapon for what situation you want it for as well. Oh yeah, I've heard that the hunters could use spread needle and Dreamcast. That seems just insanely busted to me. Oh, you did it. Use a spread needle. I have to use a dye fluid, unfortunately. If you have no weapon that can shoot Zalur, yeah. I used to use one on Sega Blueburst with my Rick Seal. I had a rifle that had Zalur on it, so I could use that in Control Tower to lower the defense of some of the Control Tower enemies. Things like the Ilgils and Del Lilies, because they have really high defense normally. Here a sorcerer. On a hidden Belra as well, lovely. You'd be really careful with the Belra spawns because they have a habit of spawning Belras behind you. Nah, he's got a level. If you find anything over 25 hit, you'll get there. Yeah, I don't have anything with insane hit percentage yet. I've got pretty high percentages on some of the weapons, but they're not on hit. I found a laser yesterday, or a couple of days ago, that has like 70% dark. Yeah, it's another sorcerer again. Yeah, a lot of people find the same. Tiger Eye with PSO 2 and NGS. I know a lot of people really don't like NGS. For me personally, I don't mind it, but I think it is very barren of content at the minute and does need a lot more adding to it. To be honest, I mean, PSO 2 and NGS, they are just very different games to PSO. They don't even feel remotely similar. I still reasonably enjoyed them. I'd say it was. Yeah, we joined at a good time. We're doing some challenge mode, and we're on the last stage now, so we're fighting Dark Faults at the end of this. Good news is I am on 134 health, so that might be enough to survive Divine Punishment. Yeah, I've got some here. Yeah, so TP materials, so in well, GameCube, Xbox, Blueburst, they don't drop in normal gameplay, and you can get them from a few quests, and you get them in challenge mode, but that's it. But we get S rank. Oh, thanks very much. It's going to be tight, I think. We might need to go back and redo some of the stages just to increase our time, but hopefully we can get it. I am starting to run very low on fluids, though, which is a bit scary. Well, a random monofluid drop does help, but good news is that Draken's really, really strong now because he's got a Palash, so he can take care of a lot of the big enemies really easily, which does help a huge amount. There's a bringer behind me, I think. Yeah. I have to use a dye fluid, unfortunately. I really don't like having to use one of those, but getting a little bit scary now. ES weapons 1 per character. I'm not sure, to be honest. Obviously, there's episode 1 and episode 2 challenge mode, so you'd be able to at least get one from episode 1, one from episode 2. I have a feeling there might be because I suppose once you've got S rank, you've got it. I'm honestly not 100% sure on that. I think we had one death earlier on, but I'm not totally sure. I haven't died yet. I can't pick these monofluids up yet. Let's have a look. How many have we got? 6 of them. I can snipe from here. We need to move. Yeah, cheers for picking those up. Yeah, so there is an episode 2 challenge mode as well, which is rough. There's a railgun here if anyone needs it. Yeah, so we need to split. I'm guessing, does that fence open the doors? Yes, episode 2 challenge mode is even worse because it also includes control tower. I'm going to say, Draken, do you want me to hold the switch? Because I can regen a bit of TP on the switch. Yeah, I'll hold the switch if you want. Just I can passively regen a bit of TP while I'm here. Pro strats. Yeah, I've never done episode 2 challenge mode all the way through. I tried it a few times on GameCube, and usually the runs usually ended at the end of Spaceship. Because Gold Dragon's really, really difficult. So it's S rank weapons again, but it's a different set of S ranks. So a lot of the episode 2 S ranks are based on special weapons. So for example, there's things like S rank needle, which looks like a spread needle and fires like one. There's other things as well, like S rank J cutter, which is based on flight cutter. Ends with a broken controller. It's the reason I'm holding this switch is because as a 4 newer, I get native TP regeneration when I'm stood still. So this is an ideal opportunity for me to regen a little bit of TP. Should I follow you now, Draken? Yeah, okay. Oh great, we've got trap switches as well, nice. It puts in several Dreamcast controllers and looks this because of PvP. This is a long stage, this. And we're still only in area 44 at the moment, so there's still 2 more areas. I mean, 46 is the boss. Yeah, the TP management now is starting to get a little bit of a concern. Oh, nice. I cancelled that sorcerer out there. Does hitting with the cane do anything? Very little. So I can melee with the cane, but I don't get TP back or anything from doing it. And I do next to no damage. In fact, I may do probably single-digit damage, if anything. Yep, area 45. This should be the last main area, and then we've got the big bad boss. I can drop some dimates. I'll drop 2 for now. Let me know if you need any more. Oh, hi, Bringer. That's nice. A Bringer, and I can hear a Belra. I really don't like these dark rooms. It's exciting. I'm glad to hear that. It's very stressful. Right, I can see 2 sorcerers in there. Thankfully, their canes glow so I can see them. It's brutal though, making this just all dark rooms. As if it wasn't difficult enough already. I'm absolutely burning through fluids now. There's multiple bringers there. Yeah, I may have to use my last dye fluid, possibly. Still way off leveling. I've got spare fluids. Some bit of ruins left for Dead 2 map. Cheers for that. So yeah, I do have a few mates left, so if anyone's desperate for them. Problem is in these rooms, it's just hard to see what's actually spawning. And because some of the ruins enemies are so dangerous, it's actually pretty lethal when it spawns things like bringers. Like that. Doesn't help as well that bringers actually steal your TP. General mine, that might help a little bit. Yeah, I can change that out for general mines. That's a little bit more TP at least. This entire block dark. Yeah, I'm probably drop some anti-paralysis. Yeah, I've dropped some there. Okay, so we need 8 weapons and 8 shields. Okay. I'll see what I've got. I've got no shields. Yeah, I don't think I have enough. Yeah, I don't have any spare shields at all, and I've only got 1 spare weapon, so... There's a bringer in there. Yeah, you need to take the south door. Now I'm going to use my last dye fluid, unfortunately. This is a really, really long stage. And the worst thing is we haven't even got to fault yet. Yeah, I thought I had a sorcerer. You can see again, yeah, like half that block was dark. This is annoying when you get bits like this, because this is just deliberately designed to slow you down. And you get things like troll switches as well, so that switch on the wall is a trap. You know, because it wasn't hard enough already. So we are going to run a little bit longer today, but I think it's probably worth just sticking with this until we get to the end. Whatever happens. Yeah, just be really, really careful of the bringers. There's tons of bringers in this block as well. And we're in the dark again. Yeah, so that trap basically turns the lights off. I'm just being very, very selective now about when I heal. Storm Staff, is that any better than what I've got? Yes, it is. That is a mental strength increase, so that will help me do a little bit more damage. The King of Frustration, why do we love it so much? Challenge mode, if you want frustration, challenge mode is your mode. Oh yeah, the staff with 45 dark, yeah, because I'm really going to melee. This terrifies me because it's a dark room with a Belra in it, and I can't see the Belra. See, yeah, I can just about see it, actually. So I guess the theme of this block is just everything is dark. Which is probably great for you guys watching, because you probably can see as much as I can. Ah, we have light. For now, anyway. At least the game is dropping a couple of mana fluids, which does help me. It's going very, very hard on the Sorcerers and Bringers. I'm close-ish to leveling, so I'm hesitant to use a fluid unless I really have to. That was like 3 or 4 sorcerers. It was hiding behind a cushion. I feel like it at the minute. Now, this is what I used to call the Corridor of Doom. Because when you got to this stage in Ruins, you knew that you were about to go to Faults. Whether it's the case in this, I don't know. I'm going to assume that we're quite close now. Considering we're nearly an hour as well, I'm guessing that we're pretty much done. So I seem to remember that this room was pretty rough. I do hate when the sorcerers phase out just as I'm about to hit them with attack. It's a huge waste. So I've got 3 mana fluids left. There you go, base player. There's a 65 Dark Staff for you. Right, if anyone's got any mana fluids, I can drop my mates here. There's some mana mates and some die mates as well. If anyone's got any mana fluids at all, I would appreciate them. Oof. There's some mates here if anyone needs them. Oh, thanks, Bobby. Yeah, it's going to be tough, I think. May God be with you all. Is there any fluids at all? No. Well, this is going to be fun. So 3 mana fluids in a dream. Oh, we've got 2 mana fluids. Nice. Yeah. I think I'm ready. As ready as I'm going to be anywhere. Yeah, I suppose I should stand still a bit more while I'm waiting just to try and get a couple of TP back. Yeah, I'm fine, Mecha. I've got better. Think I'm still on 3. Oh, here he goes. Doing no damage to these. What does Grants do to them? Okay, Grants absolutely murks them. It does cost like tons of my TP, but it might be worth doing it just to get this done faster. I'm so scared. I'm just going to pop the... I'll do a rest in now just because I want to be on full health. That's phase 1 down. That's not too bad. This is the scary one, though. How many escapes do I have? I do have 3 escapes, so if you die, I can drop one. Now, if you don't mind, I'm just going to nuke like crazy. Alright, that's my last fluids. I can TP death if I need to. Alright, here's the... Can I survive Divine Punishment? God, that's so close. I think we're good. Nice. Now, I don't know if we're fast enough for S rank, so we might only get an A rank initially, but we can work on times for... Yeah, I'm screenshotting that. Thanks, guys. Yeah, 749, so we're a little bit over at the minute. So I think we've got A rank so far. So we need to try and shave off about 49 minutes, I think, across the stages. Yeah, so we've got A rank for now. So for that, we get a prize. So we get a God Shield Suzaku. Yeah, you need sub 7 hours total. So we need to ideally knock 49 minutes off across the stages, which shouldn't be too bad. Because I know that on Cave 1, when we did that, we wasted a lot of time in that stage. So we could probably just do Cave 1 and just knock a lot of time off. And particularly if we've got, if we've got a guide open and we know where we're going. Yeah, we did it all from just, we basically didn't use any guides at all until Ruins, so I think we did pretty well, really. Yes, so what we can do for the B rank is, once we've got S rank, what you do then is just repeat any stage, and then you'll get a B rank reward as well. So we could just run Forest once we've... Yeah, you can just redo Forest to get a B rank. Yeah, I think you might need to get S first. So you get S, and then once you redo it again, it just gives you the reward that you don't have. The weird thing about that is Falter was probably the easiest part of that run. I suppose it's not ultimate Falter you're dealing with, so it's not too bad. At least we've cleared, and we've got the best thing now is you've got your title now, so we're all now Boo L, which that's the title you get for completing challenge mode. Who knows what it means, but we're Boo L. Yeah, GG everyone for completing that. Good work. So what we'll do is, I mean, we can work on the other stages off stream as well, just to get the time down. To be honest, even if you'd done Divine Punishment a couple of times, I think we would have been fine because I had enough health to survive it. So I think what we'll do is we'll probably end the stream there for today. So going forward, we'll probably be doing an NGS video midweek, which will be looking at the NGS headline just to see what gets announced in that. And then later in the week on Sunday, we will do another PSO character guide, which will actually be the last PSO character guide, which will be for 4 Mile. So once they're done, we'll move on to some other PSO content as well. And obviously we'll be streaming again next Sunday as well. But hope it's been enjoyable stream anyway, getting to see challenge mode and actually getting us to see us beat it. And thanks to everyone who joined me for challenge mode as well. You know, really, really fun running it, and just nice to have people who can actually come in and complete it. So yeah, I'm happy we just got that out of the way. So yeah, we'll end the stream there for today. If you enjoyed the stream or anything, please consider liking, subscribing, or joining as a member. And you can also join us on Discord as well. What I'll do is I'll probably post a link to the Discord in the chat once I end the stream if anyone wants to join it. We do play a bit off stream as well. But yeah, hope you guys have a good week, and we'll see you guys next Sunday for another stream, and obviously through the week for more videos. No worries, basically. Yeah, it was really, really fun. Very, very tense, but yeah, I'm glad that's done. No worries, Bobby. So yeah, I'll see you guys next Sunday. See you guys.